and welcome back to Adept in the Burbs. I'm Beck, and today we are going to be talking about pieces I've regretted buying and how you and I can avoid buyer's remorse in the future. I was going to start this video wearing one of my regrets, so let me get that regret while we're at it. Here's the first regret. I think this is a regret. I'm going to count it as a regret. Let's put this on. This blazer is from a vintage shop on Etsy. I had purchased it around the time of Milwaukee Fashion Week because it was my brand colors and I thought it would look really cool. I thought I read the measurements correctly, but I wanted to wear it closed. And as you can see at this point, it does not close. I think it would look cooler closed, but I don't know about the crop sleeves. I don't know about the 80s silhouette. It's incredibly well made. I love these little colors on the buttonholes, but it's just not me. I tend to not like blazers without a collar or a lapel on them. I think I just purchased this because I thought it would be cool. I did think it would look cool with wide leg pants. I'm gonna kind of have a tip to go along with each of these regrets. And this is kind of gonna go into the category of consider your own personal style when you buy something. I love blazers. I loved the color, but it just didn't tick some of my boxes. The sleeve length is weird. Like I said, it's more of an 80s. I prefer more of a 70s look. It wasn't really in keeping with my personal style. So I thought it was cool, but it's just a little outside of my comfort zone and I don't know how to style it. So I think I will kind of hold on to this for a little while just to see maybe if I lose a little weight, I could try to wear it closed, or maybe I'll try to wear it open a couple times. I want to at least wear it once in real life to see if I like it before I decide to get rid of it. So this is my first, you know what, I'm going to wear it for the rest of the video and see how I feel about it. For some of these regrets, we are going to go way back in time. I have at least 2 examples to go with my next tip. These pictures are going to be from my fashion blogging days. I am referring to this Christian Dior white blouse and this Christian Siriano black blouse. For this next tip, I'm going to say don't buy something just because of the label. The Christian Dior thing, I was excited to find it. It was one of my early days of shopping at 5th Main. This store I bring up all the time. It was my early days of fashion blogging, so I was really excited to be able to say, yes, I'm wearing a Christian Dior top that I found secondhand. Even though I worked in an office at the time, so it's not like it didn't fit my lifestyle. It just didn't, I also don't think it actually fit my style at the time. Honestly, this is kind of an 80s look too. It's kind of an 80s working girl look. I was really into cowl necks at the time, so it made sense at the time, sort of, but I don't really think I ever styled it that great. The Christian Siriano one was kind of a funny story. I bought that in New York City for my 30th birthday. I went into his shop. It was during Fashion Week. I, for some reason, was hoping I'd spot him there. Of course I didn't because he was getting ready for his show. That's a whole story for another episode. I should tell that story sometime. Anyway, did not spot Christian Siriano on that trip. I was looking through his stuff and I found this blouse and it was a size 10, I believe. And that was kind of the closest thing and the most affordable thing I could find in the shop. So I went to try it on and I'm like, well, this sort of fits. I think I can make this work, right? My friend was there, I was asking her. So I bought it because I could afford it. It was, I think it was on sale or something, and it was Christian Siriano, and I loved Christian Siriano and Project Runway. So, and it was just, I was in New York, it was the moment. A lot of things went into that decision. It was an impulse buy, but it never quite fit right. Like, it was a little tight, it was a little restrictive, and it really wasn't something that I needed to have in my wardrobe. So that is definitely another fashion regret there. Let's go into some pants. I have these still. These frame jeans, they're a size 30. I wish I would have gone up to whatever the next size was, 31 or 32 or whatever. I tried these on at Nordstrom. I bought these in 2023, probably about 2 years ago now. I bought these because I wanted cool jeans for my trip to Vegas for my 40th birthday. So I bought these thinking they were, they fit well enough. And I think even at my smallest, they were always a little tight and a little uncomfortable. And I think maybe the palazzo silhouette didn't look that great on me. So they're really cool jeans. They were kind of hard to style and always a little tight. So that was kind of a regret. And the other one, I have these Alice and Olivia pants I got from the Real. They have never fit me. I'm still hoping someday, because I do think they're really cool. There's these wide leg purple trousers, paper bag waist, so you could see probably why they were on there, and why they were so cheap. But anyway, they say they're size 14. I believe the waist was like a 33 or something, and I was well aware that my waist was not that small, but I'm like, maybe they'll be stretchy, it'll be fine. They're not stretchy. It's not fine. So my tip there is don't buy things that almost fit or you think you'll fit in too soon, because it's possible you won't. There's a scarcity and urgency factor when you're shopping on the Real because you don't know how long those things will be there. So I mean, that's another thing. It's like, if you can't return these, don't rush into things. That's another one of my tips, especially things that are final sale, because if you don't think you'll be able to resell it or give it away, it's just not worth it. Okay, so another example of don't buy things that are outside your style. I bought some Loft straight leg pants. I don't have them anymore because I've donated them now, but I was on a quest for work pants not too long ago, maybe last year or the year before, and I bought, I think, 2 pairs of Loft straight leg pants because they came in longs, and I think I was just excited they came in longs and I could get them in my size or whatever. But I don't generally like straight leg pants, and I know this about myself. So every time I wore those Loft straight leg pants, they were great because they were long enough and I was happy about that, but I just never liked how I looked in them. And that was the same way. I have a couple like cropped wide leg pants. They're not actually cropped, they're full length, but they're like inseam of 32, so they look cropped on me. One I've already gotten rid of now, but the other, actually it's not. It's in that I have a bag that I need to donate right there, and they're in there because I've just given up. They were Lauren Conrad jeans, and they fit great, except they're always a little too short, which makes me uncomfortable. And I have some brown Harlow Madewell pants that I was completely in love with in the long or tall length or whatever, but in the regular length, I keep trying to make them work, and looking back at the pictures of those outfits, I just never like them, and I never feel comfortable when they're cropped. And I'm not saying don't try to go out of your comfort zone, but maybe if you try it and don't like it, don't do it more than once. You tried it, good job, you're done. So this next thing I'm gonna say is don't buy things just because they're on sale. I recently bought a Duluth coat, like fall/winter-ish coat, like warmer winter-ish coat, to replace my last light winter coat that was kind of starting to fall apart. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get this Duluth one because it's half off right now, and it looks to be about as warm as the other one. I don't think it is, and I'm kind of having regrets about buying it. It doesn't have a hood, which maybe some people for that is a good thing, but I really like the hood on my light winter jacket because sometimes it's like right above freezing and it's raining and I want to have a hood. So it's a bummer it doesn't have a hood. It's got really great pockets, I guess. And I think this was a Black Friday deal or something. I wish I would have shopped around a little bit more, just taken some time to compare it to the jacket I already had, because I don't think it's as warm, and I think it's more of a fall jacket, and I want it to be more of like a 30-degree kind of jacket. You need to have a lot of layers of jackets when you live in Wisconsin, and I really didn't need another fall jacket. Don't buy things without trying them first. For this one, I'm going to go back a little bit in time too and say Le Labo perfume. Le Labo perfume, I think it's all still the rage, but maybe about, I don't know, a few years ago now, a handful of years ago now, the Santal whatever from Le Labo was like all the rage. It was like the Baccarat 540, Baccarat Rouge 540 of today. I don't know. Everyone wanted it. This fashion blogger that I followed was raving about it. She said she gets compliments on it all the time. I'm like, oh, I want compliments. And I'm looking for a new scent. I was on like a scent journey. So I purchased it. I think I asked for it for my birthday or Mother's Day or something like that. I asked for it for a gift and then I got it and then I immediately hated it. I think just the Santal scent is not for me. And that's the same thing with Baccarat Rouge 540. Everyone who wears it gets compliments on it all the time, but I've tried like a dupe and it's like, that's not for me either. It's too strong. I have tried like a Santal dry shampoo before and I didn't mind that. I actually really liked it. So I think in less of a concentration, I like that smell, but the perfume was not for me. I ended up, I believe, selling that on eBay, but why would I buy a perfume online without smelling it? Like, just go to the store and smell it first. There's really no urgency in buying perfume. Just smell it first, give it some time. Don't buy perfume sight unseen. There's really no reason to take that risk. Another thing is shoes. I have the biggest problem buying shoes online. I feel like I have, maybe everybody does, have very specific needs for their feet, but don't buy shoes online unless you've already tried them on in store or there's a good return policy. I bought these shoes on ThredUp because I don't have nice brown heeled ankle boots, and turns out I still don't. These are great. These are really great shoes. Karen Millen. Okay, so these are Karen Millen shoes. I believe they're leather. They're size 41. Does it say if they're leather? I bought these on ThredUp and I can't remember if I could have returned them or not. But with the pointy toe, European sizing is weird too, because I think sometimes the 41 works for me, but like I have, oh, this is another example. I have this whole bag of stuff I was trying to resell, but the offer wasn't good enough, so I didn't take it. But yeah, there's a whole thing of regrets in here. These Jimmy Choos I did try on, and they do fit. I hate slingbacks, and I know I hate slingbacks. So it's like, know yourself and go with your gut. If you know slingbacks don't work for you, don't buy slingbacks, even if they're Jimmy Choos. But these Jimmy Choos are size 42. Come to think of it, these might be a little big. Where's this one? I have a 43 somewhere. Okay, yeah. These Giuseppe Zanotti shoes are size 43. So I don't know if they're like Italian sizes or if European sizes are different, but these fit pretty well. These fit like an 11. These fit like 11. These fit like, I don't know, a 10, which maybe makes sense for 41. But I don't know. European sizes are hard. Anyway, they're so beautiful. They look great under wide leg pants. The heel height's not bad, but they squeeze my feet so bad. So when I wear like the thinnest socks ever, they're not too bad, but just buying shoes online is so hard. This is another pair of shoes I bought just really, well, because of the color. Maybe that's another thing. Don't buy things because of the color. Just because of the color. But the color and the brand, they were Tory Burch. These don't stay on my feet. Even if I put like a heel sticker thingy back here, they still don't stay on my feet. They kind of slip off. They're really annoying to walk in. I tried to resell these, didn't quite work out. So if anyone wants these Tory Burch shoes, let me know. But I just got a really good deal on them. So they were Tory Burch, got a really good price, and they were purple. Really hard to pass up. Even though I couldn't really walk in them. Okay, where was I going with this? Shoes, yeah. If you know you're going to struggle with something and you need to try stuff on, don't buy it online unless there's a return policy. I have bought a couple shoes from The Real that I had to ship right back, and that's fine because those I was able to return, so that was okay. And my final regret, I saved the most regretful one for last, was my Halston suit that I also tried to resell. I bought it for $1,000, so it's a hard pill to swallow. And for this one, I want to say, don't settle. Just hold off for the perfect thing and don't settle. I really settled with this suit, and if you watch my videos from when I bought it, I was on the fence about it, and at the price tag I paid, I got it on sale, the whole suit, for $1,000 after the alterations, I think. But there was no rush, there was no reason for me to settle on this suit, and I just was never quite okay with it. It's a bummer, and now it doesn't even fit. The jacket fits okay, but like the lining always comes out the sleeve. It's very strange. The pants currently don't fit, so it's just a bummer. Don't settle. That's my final thought. I hope some of these tips were helpful for you. And listen, it happens to all of us. The only thing we can do is learn from it and try not to do it again in the future, but it's gonna happen. Let me know what you think about this blazer. I think you've probably noticed throughout the whole episode that I've been futzing with it and futzing with the shirt underneath, but let me know what you think about this blazer in particular. And comment down below what your biggest shopping regret was. I'd love to know. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing and turning on those post notifications so you can be alerted right when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Bedecked in the Burbs. This one had a little bit of a negative spin, but next week I'm gonna flip it around and talk about my closet staples. So the pieces that I reach for every time they come out of the laundry. That list, oddly enough, was harder to come up with than this list, so I don't know what that says. But anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you for whatever I decide to deck out next. Bye!